Yeah, first load, we're gonna have to rinse that off.
You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. 7520. Got the manure tanker all ready to rock and roll. Got the chisel plows on. And of course we got a flat tire, so robbing some air. We'll get this one filled up. This tube's got a little leak. Should just throw a new tube in it. But we forget about it every year. So it won't leak till I'm done chisel plowing. But yeah, hopefully we're good to go. I'm gonna get into hauling some manure today and go from there. Hopefully we get the 7520 running after that, incorporating it. So we'll get all the action, but truck's ready to rock and roll, and so am I. Awkward first load. Pretty awkward first load. Made a mess all over the side of the tank. It's parked too far over. Amateur hour, I guess. But here we go, first load headed out. Sun is setting, we're way later than I thought. This morning I had a meeting at 10, Zoom meeting or online meeting, whatnot. So I didn't get started till later. I did get packages out this morning, so I got some international packages out. Hoping they get there. I've heard bad things about customs from everywhere. So I did all the paperwork, have the little baggies on the side and whatnot, and I guess we will see. But I'll get some loads out. Probably chisel plow some and probably call it good after that. At least we're ready to go. If you watched previously, you will know that the 7320 had speed sensor issues, so I'm actually waiting on that sensor still. My father had a bunch of errands in between, I guess, and we didn't know that, and so I doubt the tractor will run anymore. He got 2 loads out and that was it this morning. Hopefully it's that speed sensor, because that really puts us in a pickle. I guess we could take the 2950 off and pump with that. Used to pump with that. That's what pumped back in the day when Oliver Williams spread for us. Remind me tomorrow to clean my windshields for you guys. I cleaned half of it at some point, but sliding mud pushing us over. Making up this hill. So we actually worked this ground already. That's what I figured. Wasn't gonna make it on. I was planning on putting cover crop in this field and just ran out of seed. So I guess I can't make it up the hill, it's a little slimy. Hopefully I can spread in this field. Making that corner like that. Nice night for it though. Real nice night. Yeah, first load. We're gonna have to rinse that off. But 6155M is pumping while agitated. We'll probably take that off tomorrow. The switch I think just showed up. Climb up there, give you guys a view. Oh yeah, good view. There's more manure in here than I wish there was. So we're gonna have to, you know, move quite a bit of manure. Yeah, I want it completely empty so then we get a comfortable spring. Because if it's not empty, when it backs up, well, when it gets full, it doesn't overflow. It backs up in the barn. And I don't want to be spreading manure in spring weather, like early spring, wet weather. So we've had a great fall actually for pumping manure. So this is, the tractor's not all the way up, but we are agitating to the bottom. So it's going over there and the top, and I'm loading. So that's why there's not a lot of force behind it. Well, he threw the new sensor in and does the same thing. So either it's got a wiring issue, a computer issue. I told him unhook the battery for 5 minutes or so, see if it goes back. So he's just out there trying to test run it. We're sitting right here. I pulled up and talked to him on the phone. I have a feeling those 20 series, I pulled in here all wrong, so this is going to be a disaster to back up it. So those 20 series have a lot more wiring issues than like the 30 series. So that's a 7320. A 7330 has a lot more, like, the wiring side of it's better. Just because of, yeah, wiring on the new tractors is brutal. Having no luck with that. Just took the codes out of it, cleared everything. I told them, take it down where I'm spreading right now, and we will run it and see what codes come back, and then dig into what those codes are. So I had two different computers with a handful of codes in it. Maybe it was just I'm very unhappy for some reason. Clearing the codes might fix it, but I doubt it. I'm sure there's some issue. But this dark at 5 o'clock is really, well, it was like 4:30, it started getting dark. It's really inconvenient. And I'm not a big fan of these headlights. I think I'm gonna get different ones at some point. These did not do what I thought they would. Got the tractor down here and I finally put my eyes on it. It's not even spinning. I'll explain more when I get back to the farm. Did a little bit of diagnosing in the tractor, cleared the codes, brought it back down, had them redo it. 2 codes came up. One is the seat sensor switch, which that was a new seat, and I guess they never warranted or never called about how the seat sensor switch was melting inside of it. I actually cut the wires because it smelled like it was burning. So one is that, and then the other one came up and it says speed sensor switch too low. And that's supposed to come up, or speed sensor, PTO, rear PTO speed sensor too low. That's supposed to come up after 20 seconds of it running. It doesn't even turn and start engaging now. So what I'm thinking, but it is locked in there, like it's tight. And this is both 540 and 1000. It has the same issues. So what I'm thinking, based on that, the solenoid that actually engages everything. So we took the power off to that. We got 8.865 volts. I'd have to look and see if that's actually what it's supposed to be. It's sitting right next to me. You can't see me, so I'm looking at it as I'm thinking. So what we're gonna do, we'll take that solenoid out and we'll see if that solenoid actually engages and disengages. Based on having the tractor off and just holding on to it, like holding the top, it doesn't feel like it moves at all. Might move just a tiny little bit because it's fluid going in and then going into a valve stack that actually engages it. It's always something. It's always something. So I don't think it's a wiring issue, which is good because I hate wiring, but at the same rate, I have a feeling that solenoid is not readily available, at least not in our area. So I was surprised that we could get that switch. Also, the speedometer doesn't work, so I think that sensor and the speedometer sensor and the PTO sensor are the same or something like that. Somebody once told me that that PTO sensor is used for another thing in the transmission as well. But alrighty, I gotta go make a work call because I put it off all day knowing that I'd rather get work in the light and get into after hours to do stuff that I got to do at a farm. So I'm gonna run do that quick. It's 6 o'clock now, and then tomorrow we're gonna dive back into manure hauling. As you see, yeah, I hauled some loads today. This not so much, but I did. Either we're gonna get this figured out, or we got to put a different tractor on the pump and haul with the 6155. So, and our 2 tractor options, well, I only had one option in mind, was the mixer tractor. But then Francisco said, what about your tractor? I guess we could put the 7520 with duals on it. That would look, I don't know if that's good utilization. But yeah, I guess we could do that. So I don't know, we'll see tomorrow, but I appreciate you guys watching along. You got a little bit of manure hauling action, not much, and mostly me rambling. But alrighty, have a good one. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.